And Wally, like we mentioned earlier, he loves that low line.
Yeah, it's a good place to be around this racetrack.
If you can stay there,
if you can stay there, yeah. I mean, and it looks like Tony has. I mean, he really has tried to stay on the bottom of the racetrack so far all night. Oh, we got
down here in front of him. Turn 4 up against the wall. Turn 4 up against the wall.
Right behind him, Robbie Gordon couldn't get slowed down.
Piled in here now. Stay low, stay low. On down the apron, on the apron, on the apron.
Hey, that's tough right there. You know, Robbie just, when you see something in front of you, you saw Robbie. You just eye lock on it, and then you're on the brakes, and you saw the smoke coming off the front tires. And when the smoke coming off the front tires, the car's never going to turn. It's never going to turn.
Yeah.
People that drive on ice and on snow, they know that. You got to let the front tires roll, and they've got to be able to turn. Robbie had them locked up, and there was nothing he could do, and the 21 car was just sitting there.
Yeah, Robbie was hoping the car would slow down, I think, a lot more than it did, too, when he had the brakes locked up.
And I think Robbie's hoping, as we see the 21 go in the corner, he goes in, you see it kind of wiggle, he gets up, it gets away from him. I mean, it almost looked like he had a flat the way it just wiggled. And
he was loose way early into the car. He got loose getting in.
Since Robbie's locked up, I think Robbie was hoping the 21 would go down the racetrack.
Yeah.
And the 21 was slow enough that he just stopped.
Robbie, you can't go. You see, actually, the car was going up a second ago.
Yeah.
Boy, he clobbered him.
Yeah, he did. That's a hard hit right there.
That's a hard hit.
Man, lifted those real tires off the ground.
And that tire's locked up, man. That's 4 tires locked up.
Look at the parts and pieces on the racetrack, man.
Just give you an idea of the impact.
Wow, that's tough. And you saw the right side of Bill's car. Bill had already been in the wall a little bit, so Bill might have had a tire going down.
Got about 3 on the 21.
What's
about
Bill?
30 back to the
He got
lead.
loose
right
way
there. Way early, man. Yeah. Way early. That thing wiggles as soon as he makes a left turn.
Here's a caution for us, bud.
As soon as he makes that turn, that thing wiggles in the corner, and he chases it up. The racetrack runs out of room, and then he's just sitting there. And I really believe most times, as a driver, most of the time on a banked racetrack, you assume that car is going to go to the bottom of the racetrack.
Well, you always hear the saying that you aim for the crash because it won't be there by the time you get there.
And I think Bill had already slowed down enough and bounced off the wall that he was just slow enough that he could stop. These things are banked, what, 18 degrees or something in that range, and that the 21 car just stopped there. And Robbie aimed towards the wreck, but the wreck was still there when he got there.
Both drivers, as you saw, able to walk from their cars and get in the ambulance. And Kevin Harvick on pit road, big adjustments coming here.
Well, I think that it looks like they're going the carburetor. I think they were having some issues with the fuel pump, or there was some kind of issue with the fuel. They may be changing a carburetor. I can't see what they're doing. But okay,
we're getting
it's a fuel pump issue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Larry?
Yeah, I want to go back to the 48 car situation. And one thing that caught my ear was Matt Yoakum said earlier in the race that they had some wear problems on the inside the right front. Now, one thing that teams will do at any racetrack to help a car to turn has to do with the front end settings. It's called camber. And what you do to really help the car turn, you'll take and you'll lean this right front tire in at the top. That's called negative camber. The way you do that is with shims here at the A-arm. Well, what really magnifies camber and will cause a wear issue as the car travels, that even kicks more negative camber in it. Sometimes it helps the car turn, but you certainly can wear the inside of that right front tire out.
You know, Larry, how many laps did he have on that tire?
It was about a half of a run, because remember that problem he had was right after a restart, and he came right onto pit road and got 4 fresh tires. So it was about a half of a run, not that far behind the other guys.
Because I know, Matt, you know, I heard when Matt said it was they had a wear problem. That just kind of surprised me that they didn't have that many laps on that tire, you know, for it to be that problem. But maybe they do.
Kevin Harvick, sitting on pit road, has now gone 2 laps down to the leaders. And when the caution came out, it was Sam Hornish Jr., the first car 1 lap down, so he will receive the free pass. Sam in the 25th position.
And there's 6 cars 1 lap down. We talk about Jimmy Johnson being 2 laps down. You talk about Kevin Harvick. They're not in line for the lucky dog. They got to race their rear end off, make one of those laps up on their own to get in line for the lucky dog. That's a tough thing to do
really
against a
is.
field like this.
Yeah.
What's even more miserable for Kevin Harvick tonight, that his two teammates, Clint Boyer and Jeff Burton, being scored inside the top 5. Under caution for the 4th time here this evening. The cleanup continues for the accident when Bill Elliott got turned around and was knocked out of shape by Robbie Gordon. Now we send it down to Lindsay Czarniak.
Hey, Adam. Race recap here for you. Started out not too eventful, but Jimmy Johnson takes the lead right away from Jamie McMurray. Jamie McMurray not even to lead a lap, the pole sitter. Jimmy's car had been dominant. Lap 93 misses coming down into the pit. Look at Jimmy. Missed opportunity there. Jimmy Johnson had problems later on also. Lap 137. This, though, an incredible save. Jimmy Johnson almost loses control, careens around the grass. Look at how he handles himself and is able to save it. He could have gone a lap down there, is completely able to conserve it. Lap 174. More issues on the track. Jimmy Johnson brushing the wall. He has had struggles, it seems, all day long here. A problem with the jack. Lap 179 we go. 21 car of Bill Elliott backwards. Bill Elliott struggling. Watch this. The number 7 of Robbie Gordon slams right on into him. That is why we are under caution right now. Caution number 4, a hard hit brought out by Robbie Gordon, banging into the 21. Adam Alexander.
Thank you, Lindsay. They're pulling Bill Elliott's car away. Nice job by the safety crews of cleaning up the incident over here in turn number 4. And now an opportunity for drivers to come down pit road and take one more step at getting it dialed in for the stretch run. And when they hit the pit lane, it will be Jeff Gordon that leads the way. David Rudiman, Clint Boyer, Jamie McMurray, and Jeff Burton, the top 5. Phil Parsons.
Adam, David Rudiman will bring his Toyota down pit road from the 2nd position. He said, I'm a little free in. So Rodney said he's going to take about a ½ a pound of air out of the right rear tire, Ralph.
Half a round out of the track bar for the 33 of Clint Boyer to help free him up. They're going to get all the gas in they can from Brian Smith. He was down to the final 3.5 gallons, Marty.
Jeff Gordon, top of your screen, the leader. They took a big swing at it last time. They hit a home run. Gordon loved the changes. Doesn't want any changes here. A small piece of tape will go on the front end. That's it, Matt.
The right side of your screen, the first pit stall, the McDonald's car, Jimmy McMurray, down 1 round on the track bar to try to tighten up this Chevrolet. The car was just way too free. He dropped back to 4th before it stops.
And Matt McMurray gets one of them back on pit road. He's up to 3rd. Boyer gained a position as well. That because David Rudiman dropped back to 4th. Biggest loser on that exchange, Jeff Burton. And as you can see, Jeff Gordon holds serve. He came in the race leader. He exits the same. 183 laps complete at Chicago. Under caution for the 4th time tonight. You're watching NASCAR on TNT.